Right then, it's Ryan's Road, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about this. Right then, this is Warhammer 40,000 Command Edition Starter Set. Ta-da! Loving it. We'll talk about that one another day. Let's just stay calm. This isn't going to be an unboxing video as such, and it's not going to be maybe more of a review video, but what I want to do is I just want to open up the box, just lay out everything that we get in it basically. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause you guys for like a week, but through the magic of editing for you it'll be momentary. And then what I'll do is I'll actually build the models in it, and I want to read all the books that are in it. So instead of just kind of going, oh, you get this book and these are the sprues you get, I want to get a bit more deep with it for you. So on that note, let's open it up and see what we fucking get in there. Right then, this is everything that you get in the box, and I fucking love it. Like, bloody brilliant. I mean, this is the Command Edition, and I know you can get, I think, the Recruit Edition and some smaller sets, but from what I could tell, this seems to be the dog's bollocks. If you're beginning Warhammer, you've never bought any before and you don't know what the fuck you're doing or where to start, it seems perfect. So this is everything you get in the box. If you've never bought any Warhammer before, this is how the miniatures come. These are called sprues, these things. So that has all the bits on that you got to then pop them out, glue them together for your actual miniatures. So yeah, so there's a pile of Space Marines and Necrons, and then you also get some lovely terrain pieces with this set, which you don't seem to get in the others, but it looks like really nice terrain for what we said in the box. So that's there, and then we've got, you know, they're just the bases. We've got some rulers, some dice. I love that you get a fucking leaflet for a book. That's also a nice little poster. What I might even do is buy the book and read it for the rest, like for the end of this video. That could be cool. The core rule book. Apparently this is like a mini version of the main rule book. I'm under the impression that basically this is like the rule book without all the fluff and stuff. So I'll find out about that when I open up the big box, because that's got the main big book in. But apparently, from other videos I've watched, everyone fucking loves this, so that's cool. The command manual, I've started to read this. There's some really cool features I really want to talk to you about, but so for later on in the video, but this seems really cool. And then you also get the data sheets, which are really important for playing the actual game. These give you the details of each individual model you're using and the statistics of them, basically. But these data sheets save you from having to get the full-on codexes, or codices as I've seen them called. So that's the Necrons one and the Space Marine one, but these are like 25 odd quid a piece. I didn't pay that, I searched eBay like I do. We'll talk about them in another video. But yeah, this is what you get in the set. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to like pause it here for like a few weeks whilst I get the models built up, the terrain built up. Might get them primed. I don't know if I'm going to get full into painting yet. And I'm going to read through this core rule book. I'm going to finish reading through the command manual, and then we'll come back and then I'll go through exactly what these books say, what you get in it, if I get this novel and read it, because I think that would be a fun little bit of the video if I did that. And have a proper look at the models once they're built and see how it all is, because I think that's the better way of doing the video, because who the fuck wants to just look at a pile of sprues, because they look like shit to me. So yeah, I'm going to read, get shit built, and then get back to you. Done, they're finished, they're built, wicked, loving it. This is a couple months later, but it did only take me, I think, a couple of weeks to get the scenery and the models built, to be fair. I would have got some footage of me building them, but I don't know, I think that footage would just be a bit boring, so I didn't do it. Plus, with the way I live my life and whatnot, it wasn't like a whole evening or anything. It would be like me sat on my bedroom floor or at the end of my bed whilst the wife's watching Love Island. I ain't gonna blag you, I watch it too. I love that shit. Either way, got them built, set looks sick, I fucking love it. Can't wait to start having a play. I'm still dreading trying to paint the damn things. That's gonna be a whole separate thing. At the minute, I'm just trying to get stuff built. So this set's built, I'm halfway through building the Indomitus set as well, so there'll be a video on that soon. But yeah, it's done and I love it. I think it looks great. I don't know if there's more detail on them from when I was younger and I had a bit of Warhammer, but they just look the bollocks. I particularly like the commanders and everything. The bikes look sick. The Necrons are fiddly. I mean, I've got this guy. I don't know if I might be able to zoom in on the edit. If not, I don't think he's meant to be like that, but I fucked up on the build and actually quite like him with the gun up in the air. I think it's quite funky. I think they are all meant to be quite uniform with the guns down, but yeah, I found the Necrons quite fiddly. The Marines were fine enough. But yeah, it's done, finished. I love it. I think it's a really cool little set. And from the other sets I've seen, I just wouldn't bother. I'd go straight to this if you're starting out, which is exactly what I've done. I've went for this first, because you get the nice double-sided mat, you get a nice little army of the Necrons and the Space Marines. You get your rules book. Now this mini one, you do get the bigger one, the Indomitus, which I'll show you in that video when I do it. But to be fair, all it is the Indomitus one with the big core rule book. Or is this the one, the core one? Either way, the big one that's like fucking twice the size of this. It's just a lot of fluff, you know, there's a lot of writing in it and stuff, which is cool, don't get me wrong, and I'm happy that I've got it. But this is like what you need is in it. So that's wicked. So yeah, I'm happy. I think what I'm going to do following on from this video, because this video is pretty much like a drawn out unboxing really. I wanted you to see the models built and not just in a sprue, because that's just shit. So you can see the models built, you've seen what you've got in the box and everything, but I'm really keen and eager, instead of just trying to jump straight into games and whatnot, is use this set and video me using this set as it is intended as a beginner, because I feel like a lot of other people, when you see this set getting bought, they're already players and they just buy it for the models. Like other videos I've seen about this set of people that clearly play it a lot, they've been playing the game a lot, years or whatever, and they're just kind of going through like, is it worth buying it for the models you get in it, you know, to add to their collection, their army or anything. Whereas I'd rather this video be more centred around, I think, the purpose of it, because it does say start here. It's a starter set. And I'm a starter, I'm beginning, I ain't touched Warhammer since I was like fucking 9 years old. And I love that in this book, and I'll show you now. So as I showed you before, you get your data sheets, which give you all the information for the models within the set to play with, and your rollers and your dice. The thing that's interesting me most, going off of the theme of using this set as a beginner set like it's meant to be used, is when you go through the book, you get your fluff at the start, introduction, you know, about the game, about the armies, kind of a bit of lore behind them, you know, build and paint. There you go. It's a nice page. I love books. I really do just love books. How cool does that shit look? I like it because it goes into about the Space Marines. Where were we? Yeah, about the Necrons. So you go and get like, what's it called? The lore sort of thing, the story behind the army and whatnot. I won't go fully into that, but I think the Necrons are meant to be like, you know, some undead bastards, and within the game they even get like a resurrection roll where they can come back from the dead. Anyway, so it tells you about the game and everything, about playing it, bit of story, stuff like that. Some about the Space Marines, some about the Necrons, and we get through, and then it starts going through your building. But then what I really like is the idea being is you build your first few models, and then you get your missions. So this is mission 1. First contact. So you're meant to go through this as the game. So yeah, you use 5 Necrons and 3 of your assault intercessors. If you can see that. 5 and 3. And you do a little game and then it goes you through. So you're literally going to start there, gather your troops, set it up on the board, lay them out like that. It tells you how far away to set them all. It tells you how to do your move. So you literally, if you're the Necron side, you do your move and you go through that, follow the arrow. Right, you do that box next. Da da da. And then obviously you go into your Space Marines move, Space Marines shoot. So you play through that little rapid game. Then you build your captain, and then you do mission 2, which is where you use the scarabs that you've built and the captain you've just built. So again, you go through the setup, and then eventually it ends up, I believe, mission 6, final confrontation. So this is where you use all your Necrons in the army, all your Space Marines in the army. So it's nice, and I like how it's worded it as well, because that was what, final confrontation. What was number 5? Number 4, rapid engagement. So I just really like how it's done. So yeah, I'm really eager to use this set as it was intended, as a beginner set, like I keep saying. And I really love the missions that you get in this book, because, you know, if I'm some fucking numpty, never heard of Warhammer before, forget the phrase numpty, that's not fair. Just because you've never heard of Warhammer before, you're not a numpty. beginner, never heard of Warhammer, maybe heard of it, never dabbled in it. So you're starting out. Like I said, that's pretty much me. Even though I had Warhammer as a kid, I had a couple of sets, I never learned how to play. I just collected them, painted them really shitty, done a bit with my mates, like I think we made up some rules. So I'm loving these fucking missions in this book. And they're not even just missions, it's, like I say, you're meant to do it as you're building it. So you build a few of them, have a little mission, but then it's done as a story as well. So you get the story of the Space Marines and their background, the story of the Necrons and their background, how they're coming together, and then the missions themselves are like going through a narrative play, because it's like, well, you get First Contact, mission 1, you've got a few of the Space Marines met a few of the Necrons, and then you can see as the next mission would go on, it's like, well, you know, they've probably got their ass kicked and went back and got some reinforcements, then come back again, and it's kind of go back and forth until you get to your last mission, which I think was number 5 or 6, where it's the final confrontation. So what I'm looking forward to do is I'm going to play those. I'm going to see if I can drag some fucking friends around here to help me with it. Worst case, I'll do it by my fucking self. Fuck them. But yeah, I'm going to play through them, so I'll do a series of videos after this one. Following the use of this set, I'll do a video for mission 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way through. And then at the back also it recommends, oh, I won't spin it now, but it recommends some other models to get to enhance this set. So it'd be nice if I can afford it, I'll get those models to enhance the set as well, and then do like a battle game with those. So that'd be cool. I'm enjoying it. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm loving doing these videos about this stuff as well, because I never get anyone to talk to really when I get into this shit. Like the wife does her best, bless her, to listen to me fucking ramble, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting into fucking Warhammer now and I'm finding these models and there's these rules and this way of playing the game, blah blah blah. Or when I've got into my mountain biking, which is behind the camera, and I'm like, well, there's this bike for this and this bike for that and blah blah. Like, she tries her best, bless her, she really fucking does. And I'm even there like, you don't want to fucking listen to you. She's like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying, love. She's like, but I'm trying my best to listen to you. So this is half of what these fucking videos are for, is I got someone to talk to, and I can put something out there video wise that I hope other beginner people will be able to relate to and jump on board with, and maybe get some conversation going as well. Because I get into that much stuff, this is what my whole channel's for, is like, I'm always a beginner with it. So now I'm a beginner at biking, and like the new scale electric, when I got into that, yeah, there's going to be videos on everything I fucking do. And I've also got the podcast if you want to check out the podcast. Right then, I'm going to get out of this room before I die of heat, because I'm getting very, very hot. Because it's the hottest day of the year, or apparently the hottest day on record today. So I'm going to go. But yes, looking forward to playing with this. Kind of looking forward to painting it. There's quite a lot now compared to when I was a kid. Obviously now with YouTube and everything, there's tons of painting ones. So I'll have a crack at painting, and any good videos I find that I use, I'll do a video about me painting them. Train. Sorry. The next to a train track. Yeah, and I'll link the videos that I've used to paint them and whatnot. But I'm going to look at trying to get them to like just what they call a tabletop standard. Because you get ones that paint them where, you know, they're the bollocks detailed, they look fucking sick. I ain't got the time into one hobby to ever get to that level. But if I can get them to a tabletop standard where they're a colour with some shading and they look nice, I'll be happy. So I'm going to aim for that. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more of these fucking videos. I'm going to go now. Right. Love you all. I'm going. It's beautiful. I'm going to get into this. Hello, pretty. It's the hottest day of the year today. Well, apparently it's a record-breaking fucking heat today, like 40 degrees or something in the UK, which is, I know, never happened or whatever. So I'm trying to get these videos done before this fucking room turns into a complete sweatbox, because I am in a shed. And the heat's starting to push a bit. But we should persevere, because there's videos to be made.